Hello, for those of us who haven't met, I'm Paul Lemon, owner of Lemon Stump Removal out of North Canton, Ohio. Started this business back in 2004. Today I'm going to make a short video to show you guys what I do and how I do it. Today I've got about a 2-foot cucumber magnolia tree. It was filled in around the base. It ultimately ended up killing the tree, but I'll take it down about a foot below grade, grind all the roots in the trunk. It'll be a pile of chips and dirt when I'm done. This one's located in a backyard. All the utilities in this neighborhood are overhead, and the only thing we have is a line running down to the shed, but it's well out of the area we'll be working. Here we go. The machine I have with me is my Vermeer 1152. It's made in Pella, Iowa. I bought this machine brand new out of the tree care show in Wisconsin. I believe it was 2009. It's kind of a unicorn of machines anymore. This machine is powered by 110 horse Cummins diesel, and all of the newer machines have switched to gasoline or smaller diesels. And this has become very rare and quite desirable. I take good care of it. I do all the work on it myself. Very few nuts and bolts I haven't turned on this machine. It's a hydraulic machine, meaning that there's a couple hydraulic pumps that drive different hydraulic motors, like down to the cutter wheel to propel the machine and operate all the hydraulic functions, which are all electric over hydraulic. There's different settings, to slow or slow down or speed up your swing speed, ground travel. It's also remote controlled. I prefer to operate it at the machine. Helps me see what I'm doing to make sure I'm getting all of the roots and the stump and everything out of there. The cutting system I run is a New River Revolution. This was designed and patented here in North Canton, Ohio. Still local there too. I can go there and buy all my parts. The teeth we're running today, as you can see, they're slightly worn. When they're brand new, they have a sharp tip on them, and it cuts a lot faster, but this is the real world, and we'll run them like this for a while till we hit something bigger that we need to go a little faster. This will be just fine for the job we're doing today. Well guys, this is the finished product. As you can see, everything's ground up. You can tell everything's done good and done right by the amount of dirt that's mixed in with it. I'll see a lot of guys only grind the trunks. I like to grind the trunk down deep as well as all the roots. Keeps your ground from sinking and prevents any mushrooms growing in the yard. You just end up with a much better result. One of the nice things about the Vermeer is how it doesn't sling stuff everywhere. You can see how clean the area around the stump is. Everything pretty much piles up right where it was. So this is what most of my customers want, probably 90% of them. Just grind the stump, leave the grindings. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the tractor, dig these things out of here, and show you what's left. Well, all the grindings are dug out of the hole. What you can see is everything's dug down, probably about a foot below grade. And this is what it should look like. If you get a stump ground out, when it's finished, you should be able to put have a hole in your yard. I can grind down deeper. A lot of times I will, as long as there's no utilities. The machine will cut 2 feet deep. It's good if you're replanting a tree. This area will just get grass. So this is more than sufficient for grass. Now it's up to you. You don't have to take all the grindings out of the hole. A lot of customers don't. I had the tractor here, so it makes it go pretty quick. I got all those hauled out in about 45 minutes. If you do leave the grindings in the hole, it's a good idea to throw some lime down, and that'll help neutralize the acidity of the wood chips that are left in the soil. But the best way to do it is dig it all out of there. Go get some fresh screen topsoil, compact it as you fill it back in, and throw your seed down and away you go. So onto the topsoil. Well, we're on to the next step. I got all my topsoil spread out. I ran down to the local supply yard and grabbed a truckload of screened topsoil. And, you know, a lot of people will want to just do bags, or if you have the means, take your truck down and get some. They filled the whole bed of my truck for 65 bucks. That won't get you very far with bags. So I've got everything spread out and ready for seed. I'll show you what I'm using. I'll start out with some starter fertilizer. I found a deal on this at Lowe's today. It had a broken bag, so it was like 10 bucks off. I don't need very much, so it'll be plenty for what I'm doing. And then this is a blend of bluegrass, 2 types of fescue, and a little bit of ryegrass. So that'll blend in and match real nice with what we have. The 3-foot rake. If you've never used one, you're missing out. This is the way to go, especially if you've got a large area. And then we'll throw some straw on top. And that should be it. We got some rain in the forecast for tonight, and it'll be green in no time. So I'll set the camera up and you guys can watch it all come together. That's all there is to it. Forgot to mention before I started, you probably saw me using this little spreader. These things are incredibly handy for doing small areas like this. You can set different settings somewhere on this thing. How far you slide it open, I don't know if you can see that. But I'll use it for fertilizer in the flower beds, preen in the flower beds in the spring, seeding small areas, fertilizing small areas. Spreads it out evenly. And then the other thing I didn't talk about was once I spread that fertilizer and the seed, how I raked it in. Just it sows it in so that it'll be able to germinate and grow. So we'll wait on the rain, probably set the sprinkler up for a little bit, and that is the complete setup. So that is definitely something we offer. I'm generally not the guy that comes out and does it. I have another man that comes out and handles all my cleanups, and he does just as good of a job, if not better. The guy's done it every day, following me around since I started this business. So if this is something you're interested in, we can do the whole deal. As far as grinding the stump, removing your grindings, bringing in topsoil, seed and straw. The only thing we won't do is come out and water it for you. But I'm sure there probably would be a price for that, and if you were willing to pay it, we could probably make it happen. So hopefully this was helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to ask maybe about any of the equipment or products that I use to do this job. I'd be happy to answer them and happy to help you out. Thanks for watching, everybody.